My name is Joshua Burke, and this is my oral review for Overwatch. Overwatch was Overwatch is Blizzard Entertainment's take on the first-person shooter genre. In at BlizzCon in 2014, they announced Overwatch. Overwatch started out with only 18 heroes in total. Overwatch showed much promise because each of these heroes were unique and showed great personality, and their playstyle matched the personality of them. In Overwatch today, we have 26 unique heroes, each of them that play differently, and all super unique and make the game fun. The Overwatch team is constantly working on new maps and events, and new maps, heroes, and events. Overwatch heroes are all different. You have tanks like Reinhardt, who can shield allies, and if the enemy gets too close, he can hit them with his hammer. You also have support heroes like Ana and Mercy. Ana is a skill-based hero who, if she can land her shots, she can heal her allies or damage her foes. You also have heroes like Mercy, who's another support. She just has to aim at a hero, and she can heal them. But she has to be careful not to get too close, because she could get hit by stray bullets and die. You also have damage heroes like Soldier 76, who is really hard to play because he can deal a lot of damage, but he's really weak, and he can die really easily. He requires a lot of aim and good positioning. Each of these heroes is an example of great character design, and I applaud Overwatch for it because it makes the play styles of each player different. Healers are an essential role in Overwatch. If you don't have a healer, you're most likely going to lose that match. Tanks are essential too, but not as essential. And each of the roles does their part. Most of the damage heroes can be killed fairly easily. The tanks, not so much. They have shields and barriers and things to block damage. That way they don't take as much damage. But the coolest thing in my opinion of Overwatch is all the movement you have. There's abilities like wall climbing and double jumping, specifically for the hero like Genji. He can get around the map, and each map has routes and ways to go just for him that only he can go. And it really helps diversify all the maps and helps you play differently than the other heroes. It makes the hero feel unique. All the maps have a theme, like Hollywood. It's a map where you have sets and stages of it. You can see it's a Western film at the start, and then it turns into a sci-fi film later on. And it really helps you immerse yourself into the game. It helps you really focus and not worry about the real world. But a problem Overwatch has is they only have a few maps. They only have 5 or 6 maybe. And so the game can feel really repetitive if you play it for long periods of time, because there's only a few maps. But the Overwatch team is always working on it. And they're making new maps, new events, and stuff like that. But in my opinion, Overwatch's biggest problem is the community. There's what we call toxic players. These players will often blame others and belittle them and bash them because they're not playing the game right, and they are losing the game for their team, but they won't admit it. And so they often make others feel bad or will say harmful things to them, and that causes them to play worse. And there's a lot of these players in Overwatch, and I think it's a huge problem, and it really pushed me away from Overwatch. And I think that in time they can fix this, and they will. But for now, I think Overwatch is a good game, other than its community, and it will not be on my recommended list until the community can sort itself out.